So we all know Leone Edwards got knocked out at UFC 322. What is next for Leone Edwards? I mean, 3-fight skid. What is he going to do next? We don't know, but let's get into it. 3-fight skid. He lost to Bilal, lost the belt. Bilal just outworked him. And it seems like ever since that fight, he's lost all confidence. It's funny. I saw this clip of Chael Sonnen, and he was saying that Leon is the best fighter in the UFC, but Leon doesn't know it. And he said, is Leon going to win Saturday night? Only Leon will know. Ask him in the back room before he goes out. He could win every fight. He's got the physical attributes. He could win every fight. But up here does not match his skill in his body, which is very interesting. It's almost like a mental block. Some people are just, it's almost like they're scared of their own success. And, he is very talented. But where is he going to end up? I mean, he's towards the end of his career. He's getting older. Some people say, hey, he should retire. He's done. I don't think he will retire. I think we will see him fight again. But are they going to give him like a gimme fight? Is he going to fight outside of the rankings? What is he going to do? I mean, he's still in the top 15 of the world. But, I was never really a big Leone Edwards fan. But you can't deny that he is talented. But I think he's got to get his mental right. There are sports psychologists that a lot of guys work with. It's worked great for Sean Brady. I know that he lost the same night as Leon. But your coaches believe in you, your team believes in you, but you don't believe in you. And that will affect you. And that can affect people in life, You could be going for that new job and you have everything to do to get it, but you don't have the confidence in yourself. So you won't get it. He's so good, but he doesn't even know how good he is and how talented he is. If he just told himself, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm going to dominate this fight and I'm going to win. And that fight with Carlos Prates in the first round when he was grappling, that's what he needed to continue to do to get the victory. And Prates was talking to him, and he let that get in his head, and he stood right in front of him. And someone like Prates, you cannot stand in front of. I mean, he threw just a 2 right down the pike and just knocked him out. See his eyes rolling in the back of his head? I mean, Leon went from never being finished to being submitted by Brady, his last fight, and then knocked out by Prates. And he was knocked the fuck out. So what are we going to see next from him? I think we'll see a long layoff. And it was weird. I was even fight week watching his interviews when he was saying, oh, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get the job done. He didn't even seem confident saying that. You see like Ian Machado Gary. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to win. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get tight. He believes everything he says. Where Leon was like, yes, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna win. Like, he doesn't even believe that. He doesn't even believe the words that he's saying. Nobody else will if you don't believe it. There's people who might not be the most physically strong or the best athlete, but they are so mentally strong that they'll get the job done. It's like Michael Bisping always said, I wasn't the greatest athlete, but I was, he would work harder than you. He was mentally strong. When I was a kid, I'd say the same thing. I wasn't the most talented athlete, but all I did was play sports. When I was at home, I would practice by myself. At practices, I would try my hardest. Games, I would go all out. I would out-hustle the people who had the most talent. And my light just went off. But, Leon, he's got to get his mental right. I feel like if he gets his mental up to where his body and his skills are, he could be unstoppable. But this 3-fight skid, what is that going to do to his mental? You know, and if he doesn't get help and get a sports psychologist and, you know, start working on himself, you know, his career is just, he might have 1 or 2 more fights and we'll just see him disappear. You know? Went from world champion to 3-fight skid, you know? And we saw the same thing happen with Kamaru Usman. And Usman was, I mean, I think he's one of the best welterweights of all time. I think he was an extremely dominant champion. You know? And then Usman got that one, and you could see how much it affected him. When he finally got that win, he broke down. He was emotional. You know? So it'll be interesting to see what Leon does. If he comes out of this strong and, you know, we see him continue his career, or if he just slowly disappears. Do we see him fight in the next year? We don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But I do think he's extremely talented and that he has to get his mental right. He needs to work on him and start on the inside. You know, your skills are up to par. But you're mental. You don't believe in yourself. And then when you're fighting, you let these guys dictate where you're going to fight. Who cares if you're saying, let's strike? You need to get the W. The W is what matters. Yes, everybody wants exciting finishes. But you were on the other end of an exciting finish because you let them get in your head. You should have said, nah, forget that. I'm taking them down. I'm going to hold them down and hit them. Ground and pound. I don't care. I need to get this W. Instead, you listened to protests and you stood right in front of him. You didn't even circle out. You stood right in front of him. He didn't. I mean, just a 2 down the pike. Leone Edwards, you have got to get your mind right. Start within. You have all the skills and attributes to be successful. But I think you need to start believing in yourself.